Apple's flagship iPhone Pro Max variant usually leads the way when it comes to major redesigns and feature enhancements. However, recent reports indicate that Apple's upcoming Meta Lens technology, designed to significantly shrink the dynamic island, could debut across all four models in the iPhone 17 lineup. This projection originates from GF Securities analyst Jeff Pu, who has updated his predictions in a research note covered by 9 to 5 Mac. Initially, Pu suggested only the iPhone 17 Pro Max would adopt this design change. He has since revised his forecast, now stating that all four iPhones will utilize Meta Lens technology. For those unaware, Meta lenses are advanced flat optics that use metasurfaces to direct light onto the image sensor. This marks a substantial improvement over conventional curved optics typically found in smartphones. Sources claim Apple aims to apply this Meta Lens innovation to its Face ID system, combining the transmitter and receiver to minimize size and thickness. This technological shift could enable a smaller dynamic island, a change that iPhone users have long desired since the introduction of Apple's front-facing camera module. The dynamic island, which hosts Face ID hardware and the selfie camera while showing live activities, debuted with the iPhone 14 Pro and has remained the same size since. While some believe Apple will eventually relocate Face ID beneath the screen, this is not expected until the iPhone 18 series at the earliest. It's worth noting that these rumors remain speculative. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has predicted that the dynamic island size will remain unchanged in the next iPhone generation. Both Kuo and other respected sources have a strong track record of accurately forecasting Apple's product decisions. So, we'll need to observe which predictions ultimately prove accurate. Concrete specifics about the new iPhones will remain under wraps until Apple's official unveiling event, anticipated for September, based on its usual release cycle. Until then, stay informed by visiting our dedicated Apple News portal. Additionally, Apple is rumored to announce a rebranding of its operating systems at this June's Worldwide Developers Conference. However, insider Mark Gurman shared in his Power On newsletter that it's very unlikely the company will label the next iPhone as iPhone 17. Despite being tipped to launch later this year, it's doubtful it will be marketed as the iPhone 26. Samsung executed a similar leap in 2020 with the Galaxy S20. Gurman notes that Apple's user base is familiar with its naming format, and any abrupt change could be jarring. Furthermore, Apple might avoid year-based naming to prevent older models from appearing more outdated. This psychological aspect of branding is critical and requires strategic consideration. The recent renaming of Apple's OS lineup is part of a broader brand refresh aimed at streamlining its cross-platform ecosystem. If the speculation holds true, the new OS builds will be heavily inspired by Vision OS, developed for the Apple Vision Pro. In a move towards eco-friendliness, the iPhone 17 Pro Max has slashed its carbon footprint by an impressive 67% thanks to a material shift from titanium to aluminum. Apple continues to prioritize sustainability in its manufacturing pipeline. The brand has moved away from 2 generations of premium titanium in favor of aluminum for the iPhone 17 Pro Max's build. This decision boosts performance and drastically cuts environmental impact, a milestone in next-gen smartphone production. As part of its carbon-neutral goals by 2030, Apple sees the environmental gains from this transition as outweighing any minor performance trade-offs. According to materials research, the switch to aluminum resulted in a 67% drop in carbon output. While titanium boasts a 6-to-1 strength-to-weight ratio, compared to aluminum's 4-to-1, aluminum is vastly more recyclable. Additionally, aluminum's thermal conductivity of 237 far exceeds glass, which scores only 0.6, allowing it to function efficiently as a natural heat sink in areas where the CPU and camera generate the most heat. Apple aims to sustain top-tier performance for the iPhone 17 Pro Max over time. To that end, the device integrates a metal frame to improve thermal management, especially beneficial during intense tasks for Pro users. Reports also indicate that the iPhone 17 Air could still feature some titanium elements to appeal to premium consumers, whereas the iPhone 17 Pro Max serves as a symbol of Apple's sustainability vision. Apple's move from titanium to aluminum may encourage stakeholders to prioritize eco-conscious materials. Still, This shift may not impact Android rivals, who have used recycled aluminum alloys and hybrid constructions for over a year. The design trajectory of the iPhone 17 Pro Max reflects Apple's strategy to focus on long-term environmental viability over short-lived performance gains. This aluminum focus combined with better thermal efficiency positions the device as a forward-looking upgrade, not just a routine iteration. True progress doesn't rely on exotic materials, but rather on leveraging proven technologies to optimize environmental and functional outcomes. For consumers seeking big upgrades, the base iPhone may 17th be underwhelming. Analyst Jeff Pu recently outlined details about the iPhone 17 in a research memo for GF Securities. According to Pu, the standard iPhone 17 will feature the same A18 chip as the iPhone 16. This chip will continue to be fabricated using TSMC's 3nm process. Pu also revealed that the iPhone 17 will ship with 8GB of RAM, identical to the iPhone 16. Conversely, the iPhone 17 Pro models are expected to feature A19 Pro chips, while the much-hyped ultra-thin iPhone 17 Air could sport an A19 processor as well. If accurate, this is a surprising move by Apple, which had seemed to unify its chip strategy in the iPhone 16 lineup, where all models used A18 chips, including the affordable iPhone 16e launched earlier this year. While it's crucial to recognize the enhancements delivered by the A18 chip and the new Apple Intelligence features, the iPhone 16 already meets most users' requirements. Apple may be tactically limiting upgrades in the iPhone 17 to push buyers toward the premium Pro models. The iPhone 17 is expected to be an incremental upgrade over the iPhone 16, lacking substantial design overhauls despite the Pro lineup receiving notable refinements. It may include a smoother 120Hz screen and a 24MP front-facing camera, both upgrades over the iPhone 16's 60Hz panel. However, these updates might not be compelling enough to set it apart from its predecessor. Conflicting reports surround the display size. Display expert Ross Young suggests the iPhone 17 will offer a 6.3-inch screen, an increase from the 6.1-inch on the iPhone 16, while other analysts, including Ming-Chi Kuo, maintain that dimensions will remain unchanged. Notably, Kuo also reported in April that the iPhone 17 Air and Pro models will include 12GB of RAM, a much-requested enhancement in Apple's flagship line. With the iPhone E line now positioned for annual releases, the potential stagnation in the iPhone May 17th affect perceived value in Apple's entry-level offerings. If the base model offers only mild improvements over the iPhone 16. If you've got any thoughts or questions, drop them below. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for the latest tech updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.